I'm David RAVENTOS, and today, 3rd of May of 2016, I'm initiating a hunger strike to demand from the Scottish and Catalan Parliament that they declare independence. I'm quite aware that that is not going to happen without pressure being exerted on them, and that is because the American, British and Spanish secret services have infiltrated the independence side in Scotland and Catalonia, the parties, organizations and media up to the top. And that's why they are avoiding independence while they pretend to work for it. That's the reason why there was a rigged referendum in Scotland in 18 September 2014, a farce of a referendum. It couldn't be won because it didn't have exit polls, there was not a chain of custody, and the votes were not counted locally. Added to that, some companies paid bets before the referendum day, and the odds didn't reflect the opinion polls, so something was weird there. They knew it was lost before it was voted. Nowadays, Scotland is going to have an election with a colonial system that punishes the forces for independence, and instead of having used strategy, these elections are going to devolve 20 seats less for independence than they should have. In Catalonia, the situation is similar. We didn't have a real referendum 2 years ago because they put a double question that made it impossible to make a referendum, so we ended up having an opinion poll. And that's after millions of people marched, and we had done hundreds of popular consultations in every city. Finally, nowadays in Catalonia, last September, we brought in 72 deputies, supposedly for independence, but though they have a majority and though they promised, they don't deliver. Censure about this operation is fierce. I have been threatened, I have been slandered, I have been insulted, I've been coerced, and I have suffered all kinds of political persecution that is not acceptable in so-called democracies. I'm initiating this hunger strike and making this video to let the world know about the political situation in Scotland and Catalonia, to tell about the hidden agendas of governments that play with the will and illusions of millions of people everywhere in the world, and to let know about the persecution of dissidents in supposed democracies. I'm asking you that see this video to spread it by any way you can, because the powers that be are going to do everything they can to let this little action not be known. I'm quite aware that there's more important fights and problems in the world than the fate of 13 million Europeans. But we have to start somewhere, and we have to use the tools of these apparent democracies to denounce every abuse in the world. We are run by a minority of bankers, multinationals, politicians and media that still lie and murder anywhere in the world. It's time for us, the 7,500 million people in the world, to start changing things for the better. Thanks for your help.